it's Liz from Old Stables Crafts and welcome to another Top Tip Tuesday. And this continues the mini-series on how to use Window Sheet. I was asked by one of my YouTube and Instagram followers for some hints and tips on how to use Window Sheet, so hence I am doing that. So if there's ever anything you would like some help with, just drop me a comment, ideally on one of my Top Tip Tuesday videos, and I will see what I can do to help. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Liz Yuille and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based in the UK, working across all of our European market, which is the UK, France, Germany, Austria, the Netherlands, Belgium and the Republic of Ireland. So if you either need any Stampin' Up! Products, or if you want to do the best deal in the catalogue, which is buy the starter kit and get for £99 or 129 euros, get £130 or 175 euros of product plus discounts for, if you joined in October, you would get discounts through, we're in November, you'd get discounts through until April next year, which would be amazing. All of the information for that is on my website and that is linked in the description bar below. Okay, let's get started. So here we go. Right, I have got a piece of window sheet. You can't really see it, of course, because it's clear, but I've got this. It is cut to a standard short and fat card base, so I've scored it down the middle. It's a half sheet of A4, or equivalent to half a sheet of A4. Obviously, if you're in North America or Canada, half letter size. And as I say, I've scored it down the middle, and you can persuade it to hold that score line. So you fold it along the score line and very gently with your bone folder, always recommend a bone folder, which I haven't cut this quite the right size, I will have to do some trimming, but that's fine because it comes in 12 by 12 sheets, so you do have to cut it down. So I'm just going to give that a really good press with my bone folder. Now you do want a good bone folder that isn't going to scratch your window sheet, because the whole point, actually no, I did a reasonably good job on cutting the card blank. You don't want to scratch your acetate, that would be a real shame. So there's my card base, and the recipient can stand it up, can hang it. And what I'm using is the Joyful Flurry bundle. So it's the Joyful Flurry stamp set and the Frosted Flurry dies. If you use the bundle item number, you get 10% off each of these. So that's the missing dies. So we've got 2 sentiment strips, lots of snowflake imagery and dies to cut the shapes. The ones on this sheet are all pop-ups, so they don't cut an outside line. These will. So this one you can use with this die. I think I am right. I think I am. You can. You'll lose the dots, but they do line up nicely. But you will lose some of these dots, which is fine. And then I think that's the only one that will line up to give you a standalone snowflake. Otherwise you can use these as I'm going to show you in a moment. So that's the Frosted Flurry dies. We're about to change the names of our dies so that they're the same name as the stamp set. Yes, which will be so much easier. It doesn't mean you're going to have to make sure you are ordering the right thing, however, but other than that, it means that if you want Joyful Flurry, you look for Joyful Flurry. So we've got 'Tis a Season of Magic and Wonder, which is the stamp set the stamps I'm going to use today. Sending you all the best this year, joyful wishes, happy Christmas, let it snow, and then these lovely snowflakes, which there are dies for. So I've got my window sheet. I have die cut using one of the layering circles, and I've used one of the scallops. That not that one. This die. So it's this one, and as I say, what it does is pop up the die, so it doesn't die cut the whole snowflake, it just pops up some little bits in it, and then I just encourage them to come up. And then I've cut from the rose gold, this is the holographic rose gold foil, I'm going to, and that comes in a pack with 2 other finishes of rose gold, and I'm using that behind because with the holographic it picks the light up so you can see all the detail. So I'm going to add 1 to t'other. Now I'm going to use fine tip glue. You could use the, not fine tip glue, this is the multi-purpose glue. You could use fine tip glue, you could use glue dots. I'm using a liquid glue so that I can move the dies around so that I can make sure they're lined up properly. It will take a little while to dry, but it will dry. You just have to give it a chance. I'm just popping a little bit of glue in the middle as well, just so that that's held flat. You can see that lovely holographic. So let's just pop that on top, slide it into place like that, hold that middle bit down for a moment. So that will, as I say, take a little while to dry, but you've got that lovely 3D pop-up. And then this I'm going to stick onto the front of my card, probably like that, and I'm going to use Seal Plus. You could use tear and tape, again you could use glue dots, but I'm going to use Seal Plus. And you may have to re-pop up some of the pop-up elements, but like these, because they have now popped down again, but they will pop up really easily. You just grab your take your pick or the point of a pair of scissors. Just be careful that you don't stab yourself, and you can just lift these up again, so it's really easy to get those to sit up. And then I'm centering top to bottom, pop that onto the front of my card and give it a reasonably good press. I can see the adhesive from the back, so I know where I need to press. And then obviously pop those bits up again. There will be quite a few times I'll need to pop those up again. So that's the basic front of my card, but of course we need somewhere to write. We need to hide the adhesive and all that good stuff. So I have die cut from the gnome paper 2 more of the dies, and I cut an extra one of these circles. I'm going to stamp on here in Pool Party because that is this colour. So let me grab my stamp and ink it up. And of course the joy of this, doing it before you attach it to anything, means it really doesn't matter how you stamp because it's going to be straight, because you can turn it so that it is straight. So 'tis the season of magic and wonder. And then I'm going to add some seal to the back of, Seal Plus to the back of my pattern paper. And I will just make sure that it's reasonably well attached around the sides as well. And then this I'm going to attach to the back of the front of my card so that it lines up with that scalloped circle. And then this, I'm going to add adhesive to the back of it and lay it on top. And again, I'm going to use Seal Plus because it's a nice strong adhesive that will hold to the window sheet. You can use liquid glue, but you do need to wait for it to dry, and obviously I'm doing this at some speed. So I can see through so that that sentiment is basically straight. In fact, let me just, with a pencil, draw a sort of straight line. So that's where I want straight to be. Line it up with the scallop on top. That's sort of straight. Close lift up, and there's our sentiment. And then this piece I'm going to stick on the back. So that's the order you want to do it in, so that you can get everything lined up. And again, just add this to the back. So that is our card. So it's got that lovely holographic poking through. Let's just lift these up again because they have now been squashed. Now, obviously going through the post, they will squish down a bit. If you've got the patience, and I haven't, you could put tiny bits of dimensional behind the base of each of these just to hold them up a bit. But you obviously want to make sure that it's tucked away so you don't see it. So do be careful. But yeah, there's our little see-through card. So something a bit different. If you have enjoyed that, found it helpful and all that good stuff, do give me a thumbs up. That's always appreciated. If you've got any questions or comments, you can leave those below the video. There's a description bar and you can comment below that. And I will get back to you. I'm in Vienna I'm back from Vienna now. I'm recording in advance, so I am back from Vienna now. So the next time you see me will be at 11 o'clock this morning for a YouTube live. So hopefully you can join me for that. We are on GMT now, so we're back to Greenwich Mean Time in the UK and the Republic of Ireland. So if you're in Europe, that will be 1 p.m. Central European Time. And then wherever else you are in the world, I'm sure you can work out what the time is. Anyway, let me just flip the camera back up so that I can say goodbye properly. As I say, if you've enjoyed it, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Questions and comments below the description bar. Thank you very much indeed for joining me, and I hope to see you later today. Until then, bye for now.